That was a good day. I think our urgency to get better was way better than the last 2 days.
I think Sam completed his first 7 passes in the team today. What have you thought about just the passing rhythm and everything?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the bye week, we kind of run the same things in 2 straight weeks. So anytime that you get to run you always run the same plays, right? But to run like, see it versus third, see it versus quarter, see it versus nickel flyer, see it versus corner cat, see it versus cut cross, like when you start seeing things multiple times versus multiple things, the game slows down. So I think it's just slowing down for a little bit.
Coach, your thought, I mean, overall, just the growth of the offensive line these first 4 games and just, sometimes it makes them match, but I mean, just the game is a strong unit.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a really nice job in pass pro most of the year, other than a few times versus State, and then a couple times versus Tech. For the most part, our pass pro has been good. Our run game was good early. Like I said, I think we did a disservice to our O-line there in the last week because we were so concerned about Texas State and a billion different movements that we slowed it down a little bit, and that's on us. So I'm excited to see them go back out and play a physical brand of football this week.
Your running backs, you've kind of been scat dominated, and we've talked about the depth of the running backs. Now that you've got them all healthy, how much do you see working other guys into the mix?
Yeah, we absolutely have to. I mean, our yards per carry still isn't high enough overall as a team, especially in the last 2 weeks. We got to increase yards per carry, and the biggest way to increase yards per carry is to have big plays. And we still have not produced enough big plays in the running game, explosive plays that go for 30, go for 50. We've been very old school in our running game in terms of 6 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards, 5 yards, which is great. But eventually you have to be explosive. Other than turnovers, the number one stat that equates to winning in college football is explosive plays for and against. And we got to find a way to be more explosive on offense. And I do think getting more running backs involved, keeping guys fresher, and almost pitching different guys to them is good. Is that a Storm hat?
It is.
It is. I played for the Storm back in Pop Warner. That's crazy. I may have a very similar visor. That's a throwback right there. Holy cow.
Lake Elsinore Storm.
Oh, no. This is
the minor league baseball team.
This is the Little League team, the Pop Warner team way back here. It was around for like 10, 12 years.
What position did you play, Ken?
Played catcher.
This is the best minor league logo in minor league baseball.
I mean, they may have taken it from the Storm. I don't know. Or we took it from them, which is probably more likely.
Coach, yesterday being the first day of October, it was the hottest day recorded in Phoenix ever when it comes to October. Obviously, keeping the guys outside today, how big is it for you guys to have kind of that home field advantage of a Kansas team that may not be prepared for the heat, especially this late in the year?
Yeah, I mean, we can't really, that doesn't change anything we do. I mean, I hope they're really tired. I mean, that'd be awesome. But the reality is they practice too. They work out hard too. I mean, it's going to be hotter. And, yeah, that's going to have a little effect. But I don't think it's as big of an effect as maybe people think all the time. They know to hydrate. They know all that stuff. I mean, this isn't Coach Leopold's first rodeo playing in hot weather. So, I think our environment is more important than that. The crowd selling out, being loud, right? Being loud on third downs for them, being quiet on third downs for us. I think all of that stuff is more important than the heat, but it doesn't hurt, that's for sure. Like, our guys wanted to be outside today. Leadership Council asked me, let's stay outside all day today, right? Which is awesome that they wanted that, because it is 100 degrees out here. And they said, no, let's be outside today, and the juice didn't drop. That was the team, that was the same team that said, let's run another 25, 30 yards at the end of summer training.
Kansas has been very good in the red zone, but then also had turnover issues in key moments. What do you make of that? Because Jalen Daniels wasn't really turnover prone in prior years.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, sometimes turnovers are fluke. I mean, it's just like unopportune times for them. Like I said in my press conference, we hope that continues. But if those don't happen, people are looking at this team as a 4-1 team, minus those extra 4 to 5 turnovers. Even if he turns it over 3 times, so it's like that could end at any moment. I hope it doesn't end this week. I hope we continue that, continue to take the ball away. But it's absolutely critical for their football team right now. And I do think, I think there's been pressure getting on him and passing downs. But other than that, I just think a few tips balls, a few balls he'd like to have back, and 3 plays in a season could dictate your season, unfortunately. You put in all the work, and 3 or 4 plays make you good or bad, which is wild. But that's college sports.
What have you thought about Jake Smith just sort of he's not played for so long. He's sort of getting back out there and getting into the flow of actual games. What has that process been like, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I just think he hasn't played in so long, like you said. So there's he's got to get more and more reps. I mean, I just think if you threw him that ball that we threw in Texas Tech 95 times or 100 times, he'd catch it 95 to 98. But this is all he's getting his feet back wet. So I told him, this is his game that he's going to break out. I can feel it. He had a good week of practice. He was so close to having a huge play versus Tech right there that this is his week that he's going to break out. And he's going to have a big play in the game that changes the game. And that's kind of what we're harping is. This is your week. This is your week.
You mentioned getting depth back, but just getting Tate and LT back. How do you feel that they've energized the defense?
Yeah, I mean, LT's got unbelievable energy, and Tate's got a veteran presence from playing and starting last year. So we get a starter back and then a guy who's rotating with our corner position back with great energy. So I think they both provide depth, but they both provide just great, not, I want to say leadership, but great presence on the field. One with positive energy, one with veteran just kind of calmness. And I think that helps us when they're on the field.
You emphasize that the turnover margin is one of the reasons why you feel like Kansas is 1-4, not 4-1. How does this defense, maybe even as it struggled in the red zone, take advantage of those situations and try to once again just put them in that margin?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is about football is every coach talks about winning the turnover margin. So there's not we talk about it, they talk about it, the team we play next week will talk about it, the team we played the week prior. So it's more just being able to actually get it done, right, under the fire. So they're coaching the same things we're coaching in terms of taking the ball away, and every game its own game. So you could lead the country in takeaways one week, and you could get 0 the next week, right? Us via Texas State or Texas Tech, right? So it's that's the nature of the beast in football. Is usually the teams who win the most important categories, just takeaways, third down percentage, low red zone, and explosive play rate, win the game. And if you win those categories, you're going to win the game most time.